Welcome to another video, guys. Today we're looking at another episode of my Wixo world, and today we're looking at the age of rapid expansion, and this will cause a lot of new countries to pop up. I'm not gonna lie, and the first expansion that will happen is over here, towards the coast, because why not? The blue team will decide that it would be better to go over here, and at this point their equipment and all that is developed. They didn't really decide to restart most of their mining operations. They don't really want to mine, but some people that are getting lucky finding pieces of gold and stuff are being rewarded with land and stuff. It's quite good for them, as you can see. They expand into these areas, and eventually they expand towards these parts of the Mediterranean coast around the Libyan areas. And it's around this time that we see a small thing happening, and it's that the blue team will for the first time declare that they won't be fully annexing this area, and they instead will set up a small little friend of theirs that is going to be a puppet government. Basically they're gonna declare Libya is a sovereign nation now, but under their leadership and stuff. So yeah, this Libya for the first time exists. Like I said, a lot of nations will be created, and Libya will be told to go this way, towards the coast, which they do because they are a puppet government. And basically they don't really have a government. This is like a reward for the king's son, who really did a lot of stuff when this stuff happened. He also negotiated the peace terms, so well, yeah, makes sense. And we'll see the red team also doing something similar when one of the king's sons managed to put down an uprising in these parts. He will be given land around Qatar, and these lands will be known as New Red Team or New Mediterranean or something, and he will independently choose to go this way and explore it and tell his people to colonize these areas, which will be good for him because these are also very good lands. And he actually decides to not go too far with his expansions, which probably might save him in the future and cause him to go against his father. Who knows, maybe. But the red team will formally send people into these areas, and even more people into these areas, eventually discovering this amount of land. The yellows, not to be outdone, also do something similar, but both want to remain in a stalemate about this area because they really don't know what to do. Should they explore this part of the land, which they just did, but that was the reds, not the yellows, so life is good for them. And if we're gonna see what's going to happen, it's gonna be a lot of settlers are gonna arrive in these areas, and the settlers will be quite ambitious, and some of these will be aristocrats as well. They're gonna settle some towns over here, and as you can see, most of northern Saudi Arabia and central Saudi Arabia is going to be taken, and the Qatar UAE guy is going to send some people towards these lands to colonize them, because colonization is good in their eyes. The more land they have, the easier it is to survive in the future. And this guy doesn't know, but this land that he just took will be the basis for the opening scenario of, well, Asian expansion. Yes, Asian expansion. The red team will also send more people. Eventually, these people will stop expanding the known areas because, well, somebody towards the south is just cutting them off before they can, like, really declare that they have discovered much of anything. But hey, at least it's good because the yellows are only taking the lands over here, nothing much else. The yellow team is going to take these lands, and it's going to declare that it won't take any more lands because it's getting quite unstable, and it doesn't. Well, look who's taking their own initiative. The red team is going to annex these areas with the agreement of yellow not going to talk about these lands. But eventually we'll see that the yellows, reds, and darker reds, Prince guy's nation, making a compromise about these lands, and that is that the Prince guys get this much, and the yellows get this, and well, basically it's just because they want to remain in a good light with each other. But this will cause the yellows to finally look over here. They will land and they will say, "Oh, this is quite good." And this around this time that I actually see the actual wealth that might be generated colonizing this. So they will take it, and they will declare that this is new yellow, new Yemenio Mania. It's a new Yemenio Mania. Yes, new Yemenio Mania. And new Yemenio Mania will be quite a good place to actually. This area will be quite good to settle because it's around Eritrea. It's near Ethiopia, and well, as you can see, near Somaliland. And Somaliland is over here quite luscious, and over here even more luscious. So if they get it, that's gonna be good for them. It's around this time that we also see the blue team focusing more on the coast because they don't want to be outdone. They like the little brother of the yellow team. They just don't want to be outdone, and they actually do manage to survive. Some of their people will survive enough time to actually explore most of these lands, and these lands will be regarded as the most sacred of lands because they actually connect the yellow team and blue team to each other, and they have never actually connected to each other. They have only known each other through sailing through each other's lands, well, waters and stuff, and some trade negotiations that they had at some point. But we'll see the blue team declaring that they will take something like this. Yeah, this will do. And the yellow team will push around here. They don't want any more. And it's around this area that the blue team just stops moving towards these lands. Because, well, yeah. And the yellow team will decide that they want to very, very, very much go a very specific way. And it's not this way, it's towards the coasts of this area. And they will declare that this area is very important for them, and they will need to take all of it. And if it doesn't get taken and it is taken by another country, they're gonna get mad at the people that didn't go over here, and well, they're gonna execute a lot of people. And people are gonna be scared of the new leader, who is the first son of the old king, and the old king is going to be like, how about we just, I don't know, retire? He said that to his wife, and his wife was like, yeah, but do the concubine children have to retire with us, or do we have to like put a new guy on the throne? Because well, yeah. And it turns out they really much needed to, because somebody needed to lead the country. Now going up north, because somebody really wants to go up north. We see more of the Anatolian Peninsula getting, the Anatolian area getting explored, and mostly around the coast, because well, coasts, you need to explore them. And the red team will decide that they want these lands. And a small group of people will eventually decide that hey, we want to go over here, because it's, well, probably better over there. And they're gonna come from this area. They're gonna go up here. They want to go over here, so they're gonna explore most of this area. They then just cut off all relations, and eventually they're just gonna push through the, well, yeah. They're just gonna go around the coast, like very much hug it. They're gonna hug the coastline until they reach here, and then they make boats and reach over here. And well, eventually they just see the very like lucrative area, and they declare that this is their own nation now, over here, that they made. And the nation will be between these two areas, the seas, yeah, the Black Sea and whatever the Gulf was there. And they're going to expand a bit before stopping, because well, the Reds now know about them, and the Reds are telling them, whoa, stop! You can't park your car over here. That's illegal. No parking cars. And the orange team is like, yeah, then we're just gonna go over here that we have land in. Another orange team is going to actually expand a bit over there, and they're gonna stop. And I think this is it for now, and I'll see you guys next time, because I'm getting a bit tired. Night time is like already here, and yeah, good night.